Hello my Click friends. Today you are gonna learn how to use the P and E functions in set analysis in Click. But before we start, don't forget to leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're not. So let's begin. Well guys, so the P and E functions in Click, they are element functions that are used inside the set analysis. And basically it will return to us the possible or the excluded values in a list. So instead of using a customer list, for example, we could use the P function to return that list to us. With the P and E functions, maybe you can get the sum of customers who bought a certain product at a certain amount of time. For example, I want to get a list of my customers who bought notebooks in 2022, for example, and P will do just that. Or maybe I want to know if a customer has placed an order in the last 6 months. So with the P function, I can return a list of that customers so we can do our measures, okay? But you can say, well, I can do those without using the P function. And that's true. Maybe we can use some aggregation or some if functions in our measures. But as you guys know, they are not very performatic and they are not recommended to use. So you should use P for a better performance on our apps. And as I usually say, you can't use something that you don't know it exists. So let's start. Well guys, for starters, let's define what the P and E functions are. So the P function is used to represent a set of possible values in a field. So let's say here, for example, that we wanna sum only the customers who bought books at least once in their lives, okay? And how do we do that? It's very simple. So here I have a sum of sales metric, okay? And for that, we wanted to return a list of customers, okay, who bought books at least once. So here I use the dimension customer name in my set analysis right here, okay? So we are inside the set analysis. And for that, we use the P function, okay? And we open a set analysis inside of it. So right here, you can see. And I also put a one value here for us to get all the values in our dashboard without selections. With that, I select the product books right here. So this will look in our database and see if any customers bought any books, and it will return a list of customers for us right here on the set analysis. It's important to understand that we are not making a sum of sales of all books right here. We are only making the sum of the customers who bought books. So this is a difference that you need to understand. Well, talking about the E now, it's basically the opposite of P. In this case, it will get the excluded values in a field. Let's get the same example here, but now we only want to sum customers who haven't bought books yet in their lives. So the syntax is the same as P, we just need to use the E right here, okay? And we select books. And this will return a list of customers who haven't bought any books in their lives. So you can make some quite powerful measures with this. Let's see some examples now. So guys, I have loaded a sample data here so we can work better with the P and E functions. So right here, I have the customer name, order ID, product, and the year of the sale, okay? So let's start by making a simple sum of sales KPI, okay? So sales and sum. Okay, so we have 14K right here. So let's format this to a number. Okay, we have 14K. But let's now make the example that we have made on the first part. Let's get the sum of sales of every customer who bought a book. So let's copy this and paste. Okay. And let's go to FX right here. And let's ident this real quick. Okay. So we open up our set analysis. Okay. And now we wanna type the customer name. And that's equals P of open close, okay? Open our set analysis. The syntax of P can be quite tricky at the first, but you will get the hang of it. So let's type here inside or customer name dimension, we wanna make some filters on that. So let's type here product, okay, and let's get our books, all right? So let's ident this real quick, okay. We have this, and let's type in one right here too, so we can ignore all the selections on the inside the function, not on the sans sales. These guys, it's important to understand that this is independent of the measure, okay? So it's a set analysis inside of set analysis, all right? And let's type apply and see what happens. Okay, it returned 4K and 500 for us. And how can we see that this number works, Paroli? It's very simple, my friend. So let's done editing right here and select books right here on the product dimension. Okay, so we can see that the customers who bought books at least once in this database are those three right here. So we have Alice Johnson, Charlie Brown, and Gracie Lee. So let's select them, okay. And now we remove the dimension of books, okay. So we can see the sum of value of those three customers. So we can see here that we have the same value. So our P dimension here, it worked as intended. And we can go even further than that. Let's say, for example, that we only want to get books that were sold in the last year, or 2022, okay? So we can see that in this database right here, if we look at the books row, we have books right here in 2022, we have right here, okay? But the Grace Lee here, for example, she has bought books only in 2023, so we kind of need to exclude her from the selection. So basically what we're gonna do is put this 2022 right here on our measure. So let's see how we can do it. So first, let's copy this KPI right here and paste, okay. And we can simply type comma right here. We can select our year, okay, year equals 2022. Let's see what it returns. So guys, basically our value here has reduced. Let's see if this is correct. Now, this expression right here should only have Alice Johnson and Charlie Brown. So let's select those two guys right here. And we have 2,800. That's because we have excluded the last customer, because she hasn't bought any books in 2022. Well guys, that was just a quick example of what you can do with the P function. If you wanna, you can put measures inside the P function as well, and your creativity is the limit here, okay? And if you wanna know more about the P function, the guys at Bitmetric has made this incredible article right here that shows and explains some other possibilities of the P function. So a big shout out to the guys at Bitmetric for making this. I will be leaving the link right here on the description, so check it out. So if you liked the video, please give me a like, as it helps me a lot to grow my channel. Subscribe to the channel if you are not. And if you have any suggestions of topics or business inquiries, you can contact it at this mail right here on the screen. So I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.